All right. Good afternoon, 6:02.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you greeted Mr. Haas, guys. If you didn't know, that's your assistant principal of the math and science department called the STEM department. So I'm sure you've seen him. He comes in pretty often in our class, pretty much every week. He's
Every
here.
Monday.
Yep. He checks up on you guys, see how you're learning math. He likes to get some ideas, gives us some ideas. We talk, we help each other out, all of that good stuff. All right.
Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to get in, but my internet was acting funny.
No problem. So here's what's going to happen, guys, today. We are going to review surface area again. So before we proceed with the learning target, who would like to put the screenshots in Google Classroom today? Which lucky student will do that?
Lennis is raising her hand.
Arlenis. Okay, Arlenis, type your name in the chat, put screenshot note taker. Thank you for writing the learning target, Angie. Appreciate you. Thank you, Arlenis. Hey, Jean, I think you want to do the learning target, right? Can you write LT equals your name, please? Can you write that? Yeah, you. LT equal Jean. Model problem 1. Arlenis, can you write MP1 Miss Canella? You'll see who I'll call on. MP2 Mr. R. And he'll pick people to help him out. Go get your pencil out, Barry. Problem 3 is going to be Angie and Arlenis. Problem 4, breakout room. Problem 5, we're going to do that one together. And then we have IP independent, and then we have note submissions. Any questions on that? Please ask now before you proceed and hit share. It's 1:24, so we need to get started. All right, so learning target will be read by, oh, someone's coming in. Hold on, Lorena. Mr. R, are you co-host? Yes, you are. Okay, I'm gonna text you the attendance, Mr. R. All right, just give me a second. Let's put this show on the road. So again, you only have to write down the learning target and the definition and vocabulary word. So, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, it is Monday, March 1st, 2021. We're dealing with standard 6GS4. And Jean, you're going to read the pink square for us, sir.
Okay, I'm reading the learning target. Learning target. I can calculate the surface area of figures that relate to real-world situations. Lesson notes. Today we will review how to calculate the surface area of figures that relate to real-world situations. Important vocabulary words. Number 1. Surface area. The sum of the area of the facts of a figure. Surface area formula. S equals 2 LW plus WH plus L. Number 1, SA equals surface area. Number 2, W equals Y. Number 3, H equals A. Number 4, L equals length.
Awesome. Thank you for reading. So again, we're going to be practicing using the surface area with word problems and images today. Tomorrow, you will take that one step farther again, and you will apply it to nets. All right, model problem 1. Joseph, can you please read this problem? I would like for you to read it, and then we're going to call on different students to do different parts. Let's see if you remember.
The surface area S of a right rectangular prism with a length L, width W, and height H can be found using the formula below. What is the surface area in square inches of a prism with a length of 9 inches, a width of 4.75 inches, and a height of 49.2 inches?
Okay. Again, all these questions came from the state exams and from Illuminate, just so everyone knows, okay? Obviously, this question says calculator. This was a part 2 question in one of the state exams, but forget about that. Just real quick, a rectangular prism. Raise your hand if you've seen tissue boxes at your home. I'm gonna go grab one for you. Tissue boxes, right? So check this out. Tissue box, right? cube, right? Sometimes they come this size, more in a rectangular. Those ones are the rectangular prisms, okay? So you're going to be able to find the surface area of, for example, a tissue box that's in a rectangle, or you're also going to see something about a cube later. All right, so let's see. Hey, Jean Carlos, can you give us the surface area formula?
The surface area formula is S equals 2 parentheses LW plus WH plus HL.
Excellent. First step, you always got to write down the formula. Second step, Haley Lopez, identify or name the following. Haley, what's the length of this rectangular prism?
The length is 9 inches.
Good, excellent, proud of you. I think you can continue on because I like to hear your nice, pretty voice. Width, what's the width, young lady? You got this, come on.
4.57.
4.57? You sure about that?
Mhm.
4.75 inches, okay. And
Oh,
it's okay. Listen, I did the same thing. Don't worry, it's all right. I know what you meant. What's the height?
the height is 49.2 inches.
Good, make sure you guys are typing in the chat while Haley answers. What's the surface area? Do we know it or we got to figure it out? What do we do here?
We got
We got to what? Figure.
we gotta solve it.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. Okay, what's step one? What's the formula? You got this. Give me the formula for surface area. It's written twice.
S equals 2. Is that a 1?
It's an L actually for length.
Oh, that looks like a 1. This is LW plus WH plus HL.
Good, awesome. We're going to call on someone else to help pick up so everyone gets a fair chance here. Mr. Holman, we got the surface area formula. What does step 2 say or step 3A on the notes?
So now we have to multiply. We have to replace and substitute all the numbers into the formula.
Okay, let me write that down because you said that so beautifully. Substitute numbers / he said replace into formula. Now, when we look at the formula, we're going to dissect it. If you recall from Thursday and Friday when I had extra help for those that came and also Saturday school, LW plus WH plus HL. Dissect it and give me 3A, please.
Okay, so the length, which is 9 inches, times the width, which is 4.75 inches. That equals that one equals 42.75 inches.
Okay, so I'm going to write that down here. 42.75. Continue on. Do the next part, and then I'm going to call on someone else.
With the width, which is 4.75 inches, times the height, which is 49.2 inches, that one equals 233.7 inches.
Everyone see what he did there? He multiplied. Does anyone have any questions so far? Please ask now, not at the end of the class. Please ask us now if you're like, I don't know what they're talking about. These people, I don't know.
I was
They
just thinking about drawing a picture, Miss Canelo.
Huh?
I was thinking about drawing a picture to help them.
Sure.
It's easy because we have the rectangular prism there already, as it showed.
Right here?
Mhm.
Okay. And then
So
wait.
guys, if you were to identify the length and width, obviously the length will be the longest side and the width will be the shorter side. The height in a three-dimensional shape, it looks a little bit more different. We can show you that in the other question, but for right now, I want you guys to understand that there's a difference between length and width, right?
So where my cursor is, what would that represent, Mr. R?
That'll be the length.
So this is 9. What would the width be, Mr. R?
And
Here?
that'll be 4.75 on the left. Yes. Haley just got kicked out. She's coming back in.
Sure. What did you say it was? 4 point what?
4.75 inches. Realize, guys, here, when you're laying down, let's say I had the rectangular prism right here. Let's say this calculator was the rectangular prism. When you lay it on a surface, the height is actually how tall it is off the surface. Okay? So you need to understand that. Now that we have that hall, you must do what? Add everything after you multiply, right?
Hey, we're not done yet though, Mr. R. We didn't do letter C yet.
Height, we can't do it there.
No, I know, but they didn't tell us the numbers to put in here.
I thought that's what he just said, but okay.
I didn't hear what he said.
It was Joseph, right? Joseph, what was the last one, sir? Height and length, right?
Mhm.
Which is
The
what?
height, the length. So the height, which is 49.2 inches, times the length, which is 9 inches, that would equal 442.8 inches.
Okay, so now we got that. We're almost there. Let me just kind of catch up. Just give me a second. Now, because Mr. R wanted to explain that to you, which was great to do that. Times 9. Okay, now somebody else besides Joseph. Let's call on Angie. Now, Joseph dissected this formula into a few different parts. We did the 3 components in the parentheses. We now got to add up the numbers to figure out what that sum is to multiply by 2. So what do we do? 42.75 plus 233.7 or 233 and 7/10 plus 442 and 8/10. What does that sum equal?
That is 719.25.
Are we done, Angie?
No, then we have to take 719 and multiply that by 2.
And when you do multiply that by 2, what is the product?
The product is 1,438.5
What's the unit?
square inches.
Excellent. Does everyone see? Excellent job. Inches. Does everyone see what Angie just did there and what Mr. R wanted you to see? Does anyone have any questions for us? Because this is what we're going to be reviewing again today because it showed that we needed a little more review on this. So we need to spend an extra day. Who's the screenshot scholar?
I believe it was Arlenis, no?
Okay, Arlenis, can you please screenshot this? Let us know when you have it. That way we can proceed on to problem 2.
I have it.
Okay, we're going to give you guys what, another 10 seconds, Mr. R? Mr. R?
I said I nodded. I said yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. All right, let me just hit erase. Remember, when we are finding the area, we're always squaring. When we do the area and when we do the volume, we're doing it to the 3rd power cube. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Mr. R is going to take over on this problem. He's going to call on you.
Cool. Can I have somebody read this problem out for me, please? Nice and loud. Anyone?
The surface,
That
You
is
said
Isabella.
read it.
That is Isabella.
The surface area S of a right rectangular prism with length 1, or is that an L?
That's
An L.
Okay, L with W, height H can be found using the formula below.
Thank you. It says, what is the surface area in square inches of a prism with the length of 14 inches, a width of 8 inches, and a height of 6.7 inches? Now, after we do that, guys, the first step is that we always write the what? Isabella, what do we always write?
Oh, step 1, the formula.
Good, the formula, which is 2 times L times W plus width times height plus height times length. After we have that, guys, we think that, hey, it's as simple as substituting the numbers. Well, it actually is, right? So we know already from reading the problem that the length is 14 inches, the width is 8 inches, and the height is 6.7 inches.
Oh, what happened there?
I have no idea.
Did you say 6.7, right, Mr. R?
Now that we have all these three numbers, it's as simple as substituting them in and actually putting them in. Do we know the surface area? Absolutely not. That's exactly what we're looking for. So, second step is what? I just said it. It starts with an S. Someone.
Look at your notes. Sub,
Substitute.
good.
Good job, Joseph. Substitution is correct. So we're going to use these numbers and we're going to substitute. So we have already, formula should be placed as 2 times L times W to plus WH plus HL. Now, first number in this list is length. 14 times what? What's the width? 8 inches. So 14 times 8. That's my first step. And I already got that number as being 112. I proceed on with the width and height, and I'm going to state the following. 8 times 6.7. And I get 53.6. And the last one is 6.7 for the width, for the height, and times the length, which is 14, and I get 93.8. When I add all three numbers, which is what you have to do, I get 259.4.
Question: does step 1 and step 2 apply to all of the problems that we're gonna do?
Yes.
Because
When we're
I was
doing surface
lagging.
area, yes.
Because I was lagging, and when it kicked me out, I didn't have time to take much notes because it kept kicking me out.
Okay.
So, Mr. R, you said it was 259 point what?
4.
Are we done, Mr. R?
Oh,
Or-
we're not. I'm actually gonna ask Isabella. Isabella, what's the next step? When we get here, we have 2 times 259.4. I just said it. What's the next step?
You have to divide.
What?
Divide. We divide when we have parentheses, right?
Yes.
Trick question.
Well,
Do we
what does
divide
the
when we have parentheses?
Yeah. Oh, someone wrote it in the chat, Mr. R.
When we have parentheses, Isabella, we actually multiply, right? So we have 259.4 times 2. I try to catch you with a trick question. That way you can be like, no, Mr. R, but you didn't say that. So here we go. We have 518.8. Now I actually want to stop right here. Inches squared, by the way. I actually want to stop here and ask somebody for some help. Really quickly, we substituted. We got the formula. We substituted, right? And we worked our way left to right for each step. Is everybody with me? Miss Canella, can we do something really quickly? Can we draw on step 2, like step 2A, 2B, 2C, if that's possible? Like
You
going
mean
down.
like
and
this? Like that? You mean like that? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like this?
Right, guys? Because there's multiple steps in step 2. So the reason that we're breaking this down, guys, is that you need to understand that it is the way it is, but you must understand. Oh, yeah, and Kel's coming in.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
So you must understand that when we're breaking a problem down, guys, people always get confused. You always do what's inside the parentheses and we break it down. After you get everything inside the parentheses, you must come and make it complex as possible, right? Make it so small and then work your way out.
Okay.
Everybody with me so far?
Everyone see what Mr. R
Now-
did?
Wait, can I copy this all?
Yes, absolutely. You have about 15 seconds, but I do want to see a thumbs up reaction. If you are done and you are understanding this so far, give me a thumbs up. I know you guys are writing. Just take a quick second and give me a thumbs up.
And
That way I know where you're at. If you do not understand, put a thumbs in the middle. I will be happy to go over it again.
And all notes are in Google Classroom.
Si están entendiendo ahora mismo, me ponen por arriba. Así. Okay.
Okay?
So far, anybody with a thumbs down?
No, I didn't see any.
You need a question or you want me to answer something, just raise your hand. Go like this, wave at me.
All right, everyone,
Was that a wave? Or
everyone's good, Mr. R. We're gonna go on. Are you okay with that?
We still have 10 seconds on the clock for them to finish writing that down.
Oh, didn't know you had the timer on, sorry.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, no. Sorry. Something happened here.
I'm on step 2 right now. I'm just copying everything.
All right, listen, Haley, if by any chance when time runs out and you don't finish, you can go back to Google Classroom because it will be posted in there because a student is taking screenshots for you. Okay, just because of time, it's already 1:43. We only have 37 more minutes. We
Yeah,
want-
any other misconceptions that you guys may have, just realize that everything's recorded, okay?
Yeah, and also too, guys, don't forget that once you find the sum that Mr. R said here, you have to multiply by 2. That parentheses means multiply by 2, folks, okay? You have to multiply by 2. Okay, Mr. R, is time up yet?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're gonna move on to now go to the last problem before you go in your breakout room. And that problem is gonna be done by, here's the question that we wanted to talk to you about the height. Okay, so who's gonna read this problem?
A rectangle prime is shown below. The determinations of the rectangle primes are length 7 inches.
L. So I'm gonna label this before Jean goes any further. I'm gonna write 7 inches. Go ahead, Jean.
Miss Canella? Me and Angie are supposed to do this problem.
Okay, so then pick up. So then pick up.
Where was he at? Was he reading the problem? Or?
He read the dimensions for the right rectangular prism are a length of 7. That's where he stopped.
Inches. The length of 7 inches. The width is 9 inches, and the height is 5 inches. What is the surface area for the rectangular prism? So we're supposed to give me a second.
Angie, you want to continue?
Okay, so step 1 is that we have to write down the formula, which is S equals to parentheses LW plus WH plus height and length. Then step 2, we have to substitute the numbers. So we know that the length is 7 inches and the width is 9 inches and the height is 5 inches. So now 7 times 9 would be 63.
Mm-hmm.
Then the width and height is 9 inches times 5 inches, and that would be 45. And then the height is 5 inches times the length, which is 7 inches, would be 35 inches. Then 63 plus 45 plus 35 would be 143 inches. And now we have to multiply 143 times 2, which is 286 inches squared to the second power.
And what does that represent?
That represents the
What'd you find?
total, the surface area of the rectangular prism.
Beautiful. Yep, you got it, of the rectangular prism. Does anyone have any questions? Anybody? Okay, if you understand what we just did 3 problems and we did do a check for understanding a few times. Let's do it one more time. Type yes in the chat if you understand. If you understand problem 1, 2, and 3, you were to type the word YES now in the chat. And I'm gonna make this smaller. That way our scholar, who's the note taker, can do it. Make sure you type yes to everybody, because I got a few yeses and I got a few I need a little more practice. Kind of, yes. Okay, we're gonna review whatever you have a problem with in the breakout room. Screenshots assistant, did you get this picture? Speak now. Yes? All right. We're gonna now go into the breakout room. Unless okay, we're gonna do problem 4, another image in your breakout room. And then you will proceed to do your independent ticket. Are we good? Questions? Mr. R, who do we want in the captains in the breakout rooms?
You could choose.
All right, let's pick, I think Joseph can handle 1. What do
Okay,
you think?
I like that.
Okay. And I'm just gonna make sure that these are fairly, I'm gonna make sure I give you Yankel, okay? Mr. R?
Yep.
Jean's all right, Jean can come here. And Mr. Haas, which room would you like to go to this time?
Oh, I saw you last time, so can I check out Mr. R's room?
Sure, absolutely. Got it. All right. Let's
Just make sure they have sharing rights, Mr. Nova, please.
Yeah, no one go yet. Okay. Okay, guys, go to your breakout room. Jean, Casey, Haley, Isabella, Yankel, Michelle. If you do not go to a breakout room, you will not earn credit. Casey, get to the breakout room. Let's go. Michelle, breakout room. Please. Yankel and Isabella. I got to go to my room. Okay, Haley, I need to see your face. We're going to get started. Joseph. Okay, wait, let me just broadcast a message to everybody.
Sorry if you couldn't see my face. I was just taking notes.
Okay, no problem. Is there a Lennis in here?
She is.
Okay, let's get started. So Joseph, you're going to be the teacher. You're going to do problem 4 and help your peers.
So for remote practice problem 4, we have to have a surface area formula down.
Well, can you read? Okay.
We got the surface area formula that you will know is 2 times the length times the width plus the width times the height plus the height times the length.
Okay. Joseph, in this problem, what is the length? What is the width? What is the height?
In this case, the length, which is 3 centimeters, and the width, that's 2 centimeters.
Okay.
And the height is 6 centimeters.
The height is what?
6 centimeters.
Okay, and what was the length again? I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
The length was 3 centimeters.
Okay, and what's the height? Oh, the width I meant?
2 centimeters.
What?
2 centimeters.
Okay. We all got that? Everyone got that? The 6 is going to go here. Everyone see that? Haley, you with us, Haley? So I'm going to make it a little easier on the image here. I'm going to say that this is the height. Is everyone agreeing with me? And Joseph? Yes? Okay. Yes, Daniela?
I was just putting my thumbs up. This is
Awesome.
real ag.
All right. We got the image. We identified. We put the formula. Joseph, what's step 3 now? We already have step 1 and 2 here.
So step 3, we have to substitute all the numbers into the formula.
Hmm.
So
So let's do it. So do it.
okay, so first we do the length times the width, which is 3 times 2, which equals 6 centimeters.
All right. Now here. Oh, someone's dog barking. I don't know if they can. Is that you, Joseph? Huh? Who's that? Okay. Whoever's the dog barking, maybe. Who's the dog barking? Can they maybe mute themselves and maybe we could pick on somebody else? Joseph, you did a great job. You good? Okay. Are you able to continue or should we have someone else help you out? Daniela, can you pick up?
Okay, so first we have to multiply the length by the width, which in this case would be 3 times 2, which is 6. Now we have to do width times height, which is 3 times 6, which is 18. Then finally, height times length, which is, wait, no, the width is wrong.
The width should be what?
No, I did a mistake.
It should be a 2, right?
That's 2. So
Okay.
it would actually be 12.
Okay, no problem. Keep going. It happens. I'm human too.
And then the actual 18 would be the height times length. Putting that all together, that is 36 times 2 is 72.
72 what?
72 centimeters squared.
And what does that represent?
The surface area
Of what shape?
of the rectangular prism.
Is my screenshot person in this room? Is the note taker in here? Is the note taker assistant in here? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you screenshot this photo for us, please, when you get a moment?
I did.
You got the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put it up and put problem 4? We're going to do problem 5 together, and then we're going to go into your independent breakout room. I mean, your independent practice, okay? All right. Everyone good? Okay. Real quick. This is extra credit, but since we have a few moments, let's do it. What is this colored thing called? What is this blue, red, and white thing called?
A Rubik's Cube.
Mhm. And what's this blue, the light blue thing called?
rectangular prism.
Okay. Does anyone know how many faces are on a cube?
6.
Good. And how many vertices, which are the corners, are on a cube?
I want to say 8.
8. And how many faces are on a rectangular prism? How many faces are on a cube? You said 6 faces, and you said 8 vertices, which are the corners, right? A vertice is the corner. There are 8 corners on both the cube, right? If you count 4 and then 4, and then if you count here, there are 8 corners. Now, What kind of shapes are these? 2D or 3D? Type in the chat. Type if these are 2D or 3D.
3D.
Bam. 3D, three-dimensional. Yes. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to write over here, oops, is we're going to write they are 3D. Oops, 3D. What also is the same? Do they have the same surface area formula or a different surface area formula? What do you think? What do you guys think? What's another thing that's the same? Same formula, right? So we're gonna write here, thank you, Daniela. Same surface area formula. What's in common? Are they both in geometry? Are both of these in geometry? Both are in, what else is another similar, a common thing that they have? Do we use these every day in our lives?
Yeah. And also,
Sometimes.
squares are rectangles. So they make a cube, a rectangle, a prism too.
Yeah, oh, very good.
And both these 3D shapes
Every
have
square is a
sides.
rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square.
Ooh, say that again. That was awesome.
Every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, these 3D shapes both have quadrilaterals as faces.
But you told me that they have 6 faces, though. Doesn't quadrilateral mean 4, though?
I know, I'm talking about the shape of each face.
Oh, very good observation. All right, so Joseph, Danielle, and anyone else in this room, how are they different? Are they always going to have the same surface area, or are they going to have different surface areas? What do you guys think?
Rectangular prisms like squished down, but the cube is like more like puffed up and
Mm-hmm.
And also,
And plus, not
squares have
3
the same length of
quadrilaterals
side.
will have the same surface area.
Ooh. So when they have different lengths, write this down. Perfect. That's what I was going. Different lengths, different widths, and different heights. The surface areas will be different, right? If I was to tell you that the length was 3, the height was 2, and the width and the height, length, width, and height had all the same number, then the surface areas will be the same, right? So maybe my screenshot person would be kind enough to put that in there. Anyone else have any other questions? This was just like a little fun thing to see what you remembered. I just wanted to see what you guys knew about faces and edges and vertices. Arlenis, is this you? Did you get it? Okay. Let me erase that. Arlenis is posting it. Problem 5. Now your independent practice, I'm going to open it up. Arlenis is going to post problem 5 up. Thank you. Oh, Arlenis, I like what you did there. There's an extra, we're going to start implementing bonus problems that you'll be expected to do. And if you do well, it'll be part of your grade. So instead of you maybe getting a 15 out of 15 on an exit on an independent practice, you probably could get like a 16 or whatever, 17, okay? So you're going to find the surface area. You're going to find the surface area. What is the correct definition of surface area? Type in the chat, A, B, C, or D. So 4 and 5, type your answers, 4 and 5, go. You have 20 seconds to make an answer for 4 and 20 seconds to make an answer for 5. Type them together. So 4 and then put 5. I need to know what number you're answering. You can't just throw it in the chat. So 4 was A, Daniela said. Some people said A. So yes, surface area is A, the sum of the area of the faces. And what is the learning target today, Haley? Which letter's the learning target? That's really simple.
It's A.
Mm-hmm. So 4 and 5 are A. Got it? 6 is you're going to score yourself. Are we good? Okay, leave room. Let's go. Let's finish up the work.
The usual, right? That's what I do.
Yep.
Mariam was trying to
Mr.
come
Noel, I'm
back.
gonna take my camera